Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. We are from Group 01E. Today we will present to you our project which is a wheel rim. So before we started, let me explain to you what is a manufacturing process. Okay. Manufacturing process is the application of tools to the transformation of raw materials into finished products. This can help industry to produce various types of shape of product into the market to fulfill customers' demand. That is why manufacturing is a field that play a very important role in the world right now. So let's move on to our project. So for introduction, what is a wheel anyway? Okay, so a wheel is a circular component that is intended to rotate on an axle bearing. It is one of the fundamental components of the wheel and axle. This wheel on any car is the most important part of the vehicle because it must be designed to be strong and durable enough to support the vehicle's full weight while also being lightweight enough to reduce unsprung mass, allowing the suspension to follow the terrain more closely and lowering the fuel consumption. The wheel must also have adequate heat conduction so that the heat created by the brakes during braking may be dissipated. So our objectives is to apply the knowledge of manufacturing processes that we have learned in this course in a real-life manufacturing process, to learn the procedures for producing an engineering product, to study in-depth look at the forged rim wheel production process, to study the cost of manufacturing process involved in producing a wheel, and to ensure that we learn how to make a product using a sustainable manufacturing method.
In wheel producing, there are a few types of material that have been used. In terms of choosing material for car wheels, rims, there are a few aspects that need to be considered such as density, corrosion, and performance. In this case, we choose two types of material for wheel, which are aluminum alloy and steel for comparisons. Firstly, corrosions. When it comes to corrosion, there is no doubt that aluminum resistance is high, and it is not easy to rust. They only need additional painting to extend the corrosion resistance compared to the steel. The second one is performance. We can say the vehicles in the best performance when the consumers experience most ride. This is because they are lightweight. Their lightweight feature make it is efficient to handle in any situation compared to steel, which is heavy and use more energy. The third one is density. The density is an important aspect that it measures the weight of the item. This aluminum alloy is lighter in weight than steel, which is around 2.5 times more light. It can improve car handling, especially when turning the steering. As you can see the table below, this is table for material property between aluminum alloy and mild steel. There are a lot of rims design that have been produced by car industry. The most important thing is they use aluminum alloy as their materials. Aluminum alloy rims are the most preferred type of rim these days because of their design, which is more attractive despite their higher cost. Resistant to corrosions make the rim become shinier, look more luxurious, and long-lasting. Usually, luxurious cars use this type of rim. As you can see in the picture here, 2017 Chevrolet Malibu is one of luxurious cars that use aluminum alloy rims. Their feature is lightweight, and this lightweight feature guarantees the best and comfortable ride because the strike during the bumping is less, and the most benefits of the lightweight is fuel consumption is low. Here, it is the material effect on the weight. As you can see, by using lots of aluminum compared to steel, there is 28% mass reduction in the weight. In conclusion, this feature that give classy and luxurious experience plus the benefits of feature make the industry shift the material of wheel rim to aluminum instead of steel. The next one is costing. The costing consists of four main points, which is manpower, machineries, method, and manufacturing. The first one is manpower. The manpower refers to the workers in the factory that are involved in producing the wheel rims. The cost of manpower is high in order to produce this type of complex product. Therefore, skilled workers are needed in operating the machines during the production process so that the product precision is correct. The next one is machineries. Machine in this wheel rim manufacturing process is the most important part. There are many machines used to produce this product. For example, a mixer, pressure machine, computer simulation, and casting mold machine. Therefore, the cost of machinery is high. Third one is method. The method that is used in this project is casting method in order to make a wheel rim, which, as we could see, actually leads to a cheaper cost for the process compared to the fogging process, even though during the process it used hot fogging. It is still much cheaper than cold fogging process. The last one is manufacturing. The manufacturing process for both materials is still the same as both will undergo the same technique in order to complete the solid rim structure, but the cost for the steel rim will be much more as it needs to be heated until it melts at higher temperature than aluminium.
Now, IMMA1983 will continue to explain about the manufacturing process. This manufacturing process of a rim consists of 5 main processes, which is hot forging, cold spinning, heat treatment, machining, and also surface finishing. I will explain one by one. Start with the hot forging process. The hot forging process starts with the aluminium alloy bar will heated at 750 degrees Celsius about 25 minutes until it becomes aluminium liquid. Then, the aluminium liquid will pour into a mixer with added of the magnesium powder, titanium powder, and also argon gas. This is to ensure that the liquid will be strong when it becomes a solid aluminium alloy. After the mixing process finished, the mixer will turn off and the flux and impurities such as aluminium oxide on the surface will be removed. After the hot fogging process finished, it will be removed to the cold spinning process. In this process, the liquid will ready to be shaped using mold casting process. This rim usually took about 3 to 5 weeks to finish. Firstly, liquid will filter again before being poured into the mold in order to trap the aluminium oxide again. Then the liquid in the mold will be solidified for about 10 minutes until it becomes a solid rim. Then the rim will be cooled in lukewarm water. After it becomes a solid rim, it will undergo heat treatment process. In this heat treatment process will be about 12-hour process of heat. The first one, the solid rim, will be heated at 500 degrees Celsius. This is in order to make sure the molecular become in a solid molecular shape and become more stronger. After that, the rim will places in the water at 800 degrees Celsius in 30 seconds. This is known as a quenching process. In this process, the molecular will lock together after being heated. Then it was heated again at 100 degrees Celsius for an hour. This is the final step in the heat treatment. Then the metal being cooled down. After the rim finish the 3 main steps, it will be undergoes machining. Machining is a process where the edges will trim in the machine in order to get a smoother edges. The trim is equally at 0.05 millimeter, but for the blade at the rim will be trimmed manually by the worker. For the surface finishing, the finished rim will be tested, for example, to avoid any leakage at the rim. Also, if the tested was good, it was ready to be marketed. But if it was defect and the defect was minor, it will not be thrown. It will be sold as a defect item.
For the conclusion of our project, we have achieved our objective, which is to study the cost of manufacturing process involved in producing a wheel, and also to ensure that we learn how to make the product using sustainable manufacturing methods. We also know that computer simulation is also used to check the aluminium flow and temperature in order to avoid any factor that can lead to casting defect. And lastly is the most important thing is that aluminium is shinier and can make the appearance of your vehicles better and more luxurious. So that's all from our group. I hope you learned something from our project. Thank you.